So I'm excited. I was doing a coaching call with one of my girls earlier this week, and she was like, "We need to Zoom on this." And it was so funny because this is actually what the topic I was already thinking. So it like just confirmed it. So we're going to talk about batching content and planning your week. So before we jump into it, you guys, if you're not doing something weird, please turn your camera on because I would love to see all of your beautiful faces. It makes it so much easier than just talking at a bunch of names. So if you could turn your cameras on, I would love that. Second thing, if you guys are on my team, the rest of you guys are welcome to participate. But if you're on my team, we're starting a new thing right now. Going forward, when you're on Zooms, that I want you guys not just listening, but I want you to be actively listening. So I want you guys to be on and taking notes. Okay, so I want you to be, whether it be jotting down on a piece of paper, putting it in your phone, like I want you to be engaged in taking notes while listening to Zooms. I was listening to a book the other day talking about like when you not just hear it, but then you also write it and then see it, it computes to your brain in a whole different way. So going forward for my team, and I want to encourage the rest of you guys to take notes too, not just on my Zooms, but when you guys hop on Zooms, that is the best way to kind of like take the information that you're hearing and like keep it in there. So I want you guys to take notes, and then when you finish, when the Zoom ends, either send it in the team chat or message it to your enroller, a picture of your notes from tonight's call. So we're going to be doing this regularly, and so let's kick it off strong tonight. So let's talk about planning your week ahead. So this is something that I used to do way consistently, and then like through seasons I've kind of strayed away from it. So there's so much benefit to taking one day a week to get everything in line for the week coming up, because we have ups and downs. We have life get crazy. We have work. We have managing kids. We have managing a home. We have this. We have our full time. Like there's so many like irons in the fire at all times that if we can take just a small chunk of time one day, we can lessen the workload for the rest of the week. Okay. And so the first part in planning and scheduling your week, batching content, is I want to encourage you guys, if you're not, to make sure that you're taking a Sabbath in your business. Okay. You know, we talk like you hear it all the time about tithing and like giving God 10% of, your money and all of that, and how like that's what you're supposed to do. But we don't always talk about tithing time. And that's really what a Sabbath is. Taking one day where you don't do your business is saying that God, I trust you with my business. I trust that you can do more in 6 days than I can in 7. I trust that on this day, I don't have to be working. I don't have to be grinding. I don't have to do it all because I know that you're going to provide anyway. And when we really allow him into our business like that with full trust, it works the same as tithing, because it's tithing your time, and it allows God to just move differently. And that's what we want this year, right? We want God to move so freely and so immensely in our business and in our lives that we're just like co-pilot, right? Like we're just kind of riding shotgun in for the ride, waiting to see what happens, because God's so in control. And one great way to start practicing that is taking a Sabbath. So I do Sundays because Sunday's one of my busiest days with church. We have a young married group at our church that we do every other Sunday. It's one of the days my husband has off, so we typically go find some kind of adventure. It was just a really busy day. So it was a day that I found myself struggling to get my work done anyway. And I was like, I want to take a day off. I want to, practice this idea of Sabbath. And so we'll make it on Sunday. So for me, that's the day I take off. I'm not doing coaching calls. I'm not doing my host to post messages. Like I may post or I may still be active in my stories, but that's just showing like what I'm doing that Sunday, but I'm not working my business that day. And so what that does is that allows you to reset for the week, but that also allows you to have, take 1 hour the evening of your Sabbath and be able to plan your week ahead. You're not burnt out from doing the work already. You're not adding on to your workload because you're not doing anything that day work-wise, and just taking an hour or so in the evening on that day to plan for the week ahead. So that's how I would structure it. You can fit it in however you want, but that's the way I do and would suggest, is practicing taking that time off and using that refuel to then set you up for the week. So the first thing when you're trying to figure out batching content, scheduling, or anything like that, you got to know what the week looks like, right? We've got to know what's going on in our life. So I want you to start out first with a calendar. I want you to fill it in with what your week is going to look like. Whether that is what doctor's appointments have, what, the school, when you got to drop your kids off at school, what extracurricular activities your kids have, what time you work, what time you have a dinner date, what time you are going to see your mom, like literally whatever that week looks like, put it fully into a calendar. And guys, only 1 week at a time. Okay. We have a Sabbath every week. That's a cool thing about 7-day weeks. If you work 6 and you take 1 off, there's always a day off every week. So you don't have to plan ahead in any big amount, just that 1 week. And so I want you to fill it in with absolutely everything that you have planned and going on that week. That allows you to be able to plan ahead. So if I know, like, for example, today, my husband took the morning off of work. We woke up really early, got my daughter up, put her in the car, and drove an hour and a half to go find snow. And so we went and we played in the snow, and it was my daughter's first time, and it was super fun, super exciting. And we've been planning this for a couple days because we saw that the Weather Channel said there was going to be snow. And so if this is something on my calendar, it's something that's coming up. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's definitely something that I want to include in my content. I'm going to start preparing for it, right? Like if I'm batching my content, I know that I can go ahead and think of what I'm going to say about the snow. It wasn't very original. I said my caption with my snow picture was chasing snowflakes. Okay. Like we're not saying that you got to be like writing novels, but if I know that we're going to go chase and see snow on Tuesday, I could go ahead and plan that my content Tuesday is going to be surrounding the snow. But if I don't know what I'm going to do that week, there's no way I can plan ahead that way. If I know I have a birthday party, I can go ahead and plan a happy birthday post that I'm going to do when I'm going to whoever's birthday party on Wednesday. But if I don't know what is coming up in my schedule, I can't plan ahead for it. So you have to first plan your week, see what there is, where everything is going to fall. And then we can start actually planning the content, writing your content in advance. So before we jump into that, I am going to try. I said, if you guys weren't on the beginning, I'm already having technical difficulties with technology. So I'm going to try to share my screen and walk through all the different ways that you can batch content with each platform. So let's all pray that that works. But before we jump into it, another good thing I love about Sunday being the day that I have off for the day that I'm going to do my content is a lot of us go to church on Sunday. And I mean, I know some people go to church looking like a hobo, and that's totally fine. All right. Like, I'm not here to diss it at all. We have days where I'm like just trying to get out the house and get to church. Okay. We all have them. But generally speaking, when you're going to church on Sunday, you put it together a little bit, right? We look a little bit nicer. Maybe we got our hair done or makeup on or a nice shirt. Like we look a little bit more put together. So what better day than to work on content, okay? So I take 1 day a week and it happens if I look cute another day, we definitely going to take advantage of that. We're getting photos, okay? Not wasting an opportunity. But on Sunday, every Sunday, I'm taking videos of me and my daughter, and I'm taking pictures of me and my daughter, because I know I'm looking better, right? So then if I do this 4 days for the month, 4 Sundays, I have 4 different outfits, 4 different styles, 4 different vibes of content that I can use and mix together. If you keep doing that again and again and again, guys, you're never going to run out of content. You're always going to have another photo you can use or a different video you can use. And you don't have to worry about looking like you have it all together. But if you think, I keep choking today, you guys. If you think I look cute every day and my content is what I'm looking like that day, you are nuts. Okay. I look homeless and like I need some help more times than not. But whenever I have it put together a little bit, like today, I feel cute. I'm a little hobo-ish, but the makeup looks good. The hat worked for me today. So like we also were in the snow, which, special situation, but I took a lot of pictures in the car too, because I was like, I kind of like it, kind of like the vibe. But because of that, I now have tons and tons of content that I'm going to use for the next 3, 4, 5 months I don't have to be looking good then because I did it today. So if you're doing that once a week, whether it's Sunday or maybe you have like a nice dressy up or dress a day at work where you have to look nicer, okay? Once a week or whatever it is, that time where you feel a little bit better about yourself, make sure that you're taking advantage of that and you're taking pictures. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on taking photos and stuff like that for content, but I will say, especially if you guys have one of the newer iPhones, Android guys, get with it, okay? Just get with it. Anyway, all right. So even the newer iPhones have, and you can make a video in cinematic mode. That is portrait mode, but for videos. Okay, so you know portrait mode makes you look good. Now imagine that in video form, all right? And if you don't have one of the newer iPhones, you still can do this with just regular video. It's still going to be better than those with Androids. Okay, don't worry. So don't put it on the front face, okay? Don't put it front facing. Have it, oh my, look, this is why we had to share screens, you guys, because I don't know how to work the lighting on this to make it where you can see my phone. But keep it where it's not forward facing, so it's over here. You can't see yourself, but just prop it up, hit start, and then just pull out your best model stance, okay? Pose, move around, dance, I don't know, whatever it is that feels right at the moment, and go back through it and take screenshots. That's going to be the best, quickest, greatest way to get your good content by yourself. Because I know I get asked that all the time. Like, your pictures look great. Like, I don't have someone, like my husband does take a lot of pictures of me. But I do a lot of my content on my own. A lot of the pictures of me and my daughter and stuff like that is stuff that I've done completely on my own, just because I set up my phone, I recorded it, and I went back through and did those screenshots. So that's a huge tip on making sure you get good content on those days. And also, you guys, lighting. You ain't got to have a $50 ring light. You ain't got to have a $2 ring light, okay? It's called the sun. God gave us the best ring light. But make sure that guy is in front of you, okay? We don't want to put the sun behind us and take a picture because that is not going to be a good one. Put it in front of you. Go up to him and look, you guys. Literally, I prop my phone in the windowsill. Sun's on the outside of the window. Perfect lighting, amazing photos. So you don't have to be special. It doesn't have to be crazy. It's just little things that help you get better pictures, okay? So we're going to see if I can share my phone screen. I'll say a quick prayer here. If not, I'm going to try to get my husband to fix it. Login is required. It is not required. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. Haha, we got it. It's coming. It's loading. There we go. Perfect. Okay, hopefully you guys can all see my screen. Someone Alicia, give me a thumbs up if you see my screen. Okay, I'm like, I need someone that I can actually see on the video. Perfect. So, for example, with like what I was just saying about doing videos, our snow day, in case you guys wanted to be jealous, unless you don't like snow. So look, crazy video here. Let's turn the sound off so you guys can hear me. Okay. Like, literally, I propped the phone up myself. And I'm over here, like, waiting for my husband. Get us over in there. Take the pictures. But the thing is, I can then go back and... What? Like, I was able to get cute photos that I can use for content, literally just by propping up my phone, taking the video. And then the cool thing is about it, guys, it doubles. Now I have video footage that's cute and silly that I can use for reels, I can use in my stories, and I can use for TikToks and things like that too. Plus I get the good photos. So it's kind of like a twofold. That's like the best way to be getting the good content. So you guys are going to see my notes because I put my notes on my phone and then I'm going to share my phone. So for posting on Facebook, we're going to start there. Now, some people have the option to schedule post. Your Facebook has to be in business mode. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to get there. I can't schedule post. If you guys can, good for you. That is an incredible tool to be able to pre-schedule post. If not, try to figure out how to get to business mode, and then that should unlock that feature. I don't know how. I am like sheer proof that you don't have to be tech savvy to run a successful business here. Cause y'all, I am a grandma when it comes to social media. I know what I know, but I know nothing more. So what I do instead, cause I don't have the schedule like post function, I use the boards app, guys, right? We're already using boards for everything else. You have this, let's use it better. So I literally just made a board. So to make a board, let's break it all the way down. You go here and click at the bottom where it says create board. And that's how you make your own. It will pop up blank and then you get to add everything. So I have mine as this week's post and I literally just break it down like Monday. I have my morning, just different folders, afternoon, evening. So what I do, if you guys, I feel like all of you at this point should have access to my content library. I've shared it in like all the chats that this Zoom was shared in. So you should all have access to this group on Telegram. If you don't, shoot me a message and I will send it to you. I was going to put it in the channel here. Laura, I think I saw you hop on. I can only see a couple people. Laura, if you're on here, she is like incredible at running this dang chat and helping me keep like things in there because y'all know I'd be forgetting nonstop. If you are able, Lauren could put the link to this in the chat. Please do if you're on. If you're not on, this is really awkward. But what I'm going to do, so if I'm here to plan out and I'm going to plan out my Monday, say this product post, it's right here. It looks good. Let's start with that. So I'm just going to literally get the post and go over to my Monday morning and I'm going to put it in here. So we know we're taking the label off because that label is just for you. Your audience does not need to see what kind of post it was. Add your image. Done. So now I have my post in my app for Monday. So when Monday morning comes, I'm not going to figure out what to post. I'm going just straight to Facebook. I'm going to hit to post. Oh, incorrect. We'll go here. And then I pull up my board. If you guys don't pay for board, you don't have the text replacement option. So if you guys aren't paying for it, you're like, what is this sorcery? It's just, I mean, I think it's like $6 a month, $7 a month is what I pay for it. And to me, so worth it because I like it to be easy. If not, you'll have to go back over to your app to get the stuff. But, so I would come here, I'd be like, it's Monday morning. I'm going to put my post up. Boom. And I would just hit post, right? That quick. I can get all of my posts done. So I can sit here on my Sabbath and I can fill up that board so that all of my posts are there and ready to go. So that way, all week long, I'm not having to take any time when I sit down to do a shift to worry about or think ahead or figure out what I'm going to post. It's all there, prepared and ready for me. And that really, really simplifies it and kind of takes those excuses away of not getting the post up, right? It's already done for you. On Instagram, if you're putting up a post, let's see, here we go. So you can put it up, pick your picture, hit next, hit next again. Do that. Type out my caption. Let's see, love my family. Okay, and then I can hit back and exit. And it'll pull up the option here to save it as a draft. Okay, so you select your picture, hit next, type your caption, then hit the back arrow and the X, and it'll give you the option to save it as a draft. So now I can do this with 7 posts or 6 posts. I typically don't post as much on Instagram, so I probably would only do 3 or 4 posts. But then when I'm ready to go post it during the week, I just hit the plus, I hit drafts, and look, there's my picture and the caption's already there ready to go. So again, it simplifies it. It makes it where it is already ready to go. No excuses, like you've got it already done. And you can literally plan everything out in just like an hour on your Sabbath on Sunday and get this done for the whole dang week. Let's see. If you guys, this is a lot of information and you guys know I'm not super green, so information Zooms are not my strong suit. So if you have questions or if I'm not explaining it in the best way or anything like that, y'all ask the questions in the chat and I will come back and answer every single one of them, clarify, give you additional tips, anything like that. Make sure you guys are asking those questions because I cannot answer questions I don't know are needing answered, okay? So then the last thing when it comes to content is TikTok and Reels. If you guys are not doing TikToks and Reels, okay, I know it's going to be really easy right now to check out and be like, this isn't for me. Like, I'm not doing that. I want to encourage you guys to listen anyway. I want to encourage you to try TikToks and Reels. Okay. Look, I know you're like, oh, that sounds cringy. It is. It definitely is. And it's going to be pretty awful, but it's going to be great at the same time. TikToks, Reels, all of that, guys, that's where it's at right now. Like, you're going to see more growth quicker doing that than anything else. Like, it's just what is trendy. It's what is happening. It's the thing. So that is a great place to be showing your business, yes, but just generating attraction. That's one of the biggest things when it comes to creating content. And I wanted to do this. I kept saying I was going to do it last year and I never got around to it. So I'm going to make a priority to get it done this year. But I want to do a Zoom on your 5 pillars and creating that, of like what it means to create your niche market and all of that. So we're not going to talk about it tonight. But your job on social media is not to be a walking billboard for It Works. If It Works wanted billboards, they would pay for billboards. Right? You would drive down the highway, you would see It Works. That's not what we want here. We want you. You don't join this business and lose your identity. You don't join this business and all of a sudden you are It Works. Like, you are still you. You're still Michelle. You're still Alicia. You're still Andrea. Like, you're still you. And that's got to be the first and foremost thing with your content. Because if you're only posting about the business and the products, you're not going to get the traction that you want. You're going to look left and right and be like, why is she getting so many more customers than me? And it's because my life is on my social media, not just my business. Your social media, your TikToks and Reels, your stories, your posts, your everything, guys, it's got to be you first. People will never follow you for your business. People will never follow you for your products. They're not going to just be sitting there on their couch one day and be like, I wonder if Alicia's posted about any new product here recently. I should go look. Like, they're not thinking about us that way. But they will be like, I wonder if Alicia's got any more of those like cute little morning grand rising. We were joking about that last night, but those videos that she puts up that are just like, make me feel good to watch. Like, that's what people are going to come and look at her page for. And the thing is when we start creating like the reason for people to come check out our stuff, they're going to see the business because that's there, that's sprinkled in. But you've got to be you first, and you've got to find out what that means. My content on social media predominantly goes around my family and my faith. And adventures. Those would be my top 3. My family, my faith, and finding an adventure. And so people come back and look at my stuff because they want to know where I am and what I'm doing. Like, we went like 2 days ago and we decided we were going to go find a waterfall. And we drove like 45 minutes and we found this amazing, massive, like crazy waterfall on the side of the road. It was so freaking cool. And then today we were like, let's go. Oakland's never seen snow. Like, let's go. And so we went and found snow. And that's like, my audience wants that. They expect that. I have people who follow me and watch my stories and stuff to see what I'm doing because I'm sharing that. I talk about my faith all the time. Like, I have people who come to me and talk about how they follow me because I'm an inspiration, because I've helped them through dark times, because I'm showing up on my social media with the things that are important to me, with who I am. And then those people also end up buying from me or becoming a distributor because I'm so consistently being me that people think they can trust me because they feel like they know me. I mean, literally every single one of you, whether you're on my team or not, every single one of you is a stranger. Like, I don't know any of you except for Hannah outside of this business. Hannah happened to cut my hair one day while we were pregnant, and that's how we got connected, and she joined my team. So she's the exception. But the rest of y'all are all strangers in that online. That at some point in time, you, like those of you guys that joined me, some point in time you followed me and you saw my stuff and you're like, this is someone I can trust. But if you never saw my face on Facebook, if you only saw pictures of the gummies or like written out things and never me, you wouldn't have trusted me with your future in this business the same. And so it's so important to start putting that out there. And I know it is so uncomfortable and it is so like awkward. And trust me, you guys, if I could show you some of the stuff I posted 6 years ago, you would be like, if you looked at just the content, you would literally be like, that girl is never going to be good at this. Like, she's not going anywhere. Like, you guys, I'm like not a good speller. So like the spelling in some of my stuff, looking back, and I'm like, this is just so bad. And then when TikTok came out, I started TikTok, and that was also bad. That was during COVID era, which was just a whole different Mariah. Like, that was a cringy time. The videos were so bad. It was so not good. But the thing is that's where we're all at. Like, you always will start at being bad. That doesn't mean you don't start. Because the only way you're ever going to get better is by trying and by practicing and doing it. I didn't decide to wake up one day and be able to speak on a Zoom and just talk and know these things and be able to coach and be able to teach. I didn't wake up one day and decide that I was going to make a TikTok that like got 20,000 views. I don't know. Like, I didn't decide one day that I was going to just wake up and post a post that got 500 comments. Like, I didn't just do that one day. It started with me being awkward, scared, uncomfortable, shy, but doing it anyway. And doing it again the next day and again the next day. And eventually you become good at it. That's the only option. When you work hard enough at it, you become good at it. There's no other thing. There's no other option. You have to get better. That's what happens with practice, right? So all of that to say, don't check out when we're about to talk about TikTok and Reels. So the first thing is not even talking about batching. It is batching content, but it's not actually making the videos. You should, if you're wanting to make Reels and TikToks, okay, you should be making 1 to 3 videos every single day that's 15 to 30 seconds long. Okay, this is just in your life, like the randomest things. Like today, obviously, I did something, so there's a whole heck of a lot more. Because when you have opportunities for content, you guys, you take the opportunities for content. But let's find a day. That was a waterfall day. Let's see. Here you go. This day. So on this day, I've got a video of my daughter randomly walked out of her room carrying this block like thing that she plays on in her room and brought it in the living room. So I got a video of that. I have a video of her saying, "Good morning, Bubba, I love you," to her stuffed animal. I have a video of her giving our dog kisses. I have a video of her going down the slide. Look, having kids is a cheat code, you guys. But also, I have a video of me prepping my detox water. I love to make different waters in the morning. So I made a video of me, literally a couple different videos because I wanted Instagram filters. So, but I have a couple different videos of me making my water that I was able to then turn into a TikTok. So, but you want to be doing at least 1 to 3 videos every day, 15 to 30 seconds, because what that does is like, look at all these videos. I have so much content, okay? I have so much content, and like a lot of this has never been used because I'm constantly every single day growing my batch content, growing my stockpile. This is the biggest key to being able to, I would say the biggest key to being able to grow successfully through TikTok and Reels is by doing batch content like this and doing stock content, because so often, like, we look at people like Samantha Bowers, for example. She has an incredible TikTok, and a lot of her videos are just her talking to the camera. And so a lot of us are like, hey, I want to start doing TikTok. I'm going to do what she does. I'm just going to talk to the camera. And yeah, that's going to get views. That's going to do something. But you got to also look a little different. And I think starting out with that, like, stock content like this, videos that are just your life, is going to get you more views, more followers, and it's going to be way easier on you to actually create the content. So we're going to make a TikTok. Okay. So, I'm going to share them in the chat, but like, I can't do that with you guys. Sorry. I've broken my technology and I can't make that happen, but I'm going to share a list at the end for you guys. You can jot down the names of some different leaders I love on each platform. So that's one thing I like to do, is I like to shop content on TikTok. And guys, you have to be very disciplined when you're doing this, because you are not sitting here to go and just like look at TikTok. All right. We're not just scrolling, we're shopping for content. So you've got to go look for ideas that you feel like you could recreate. So I saved those videos. I want to make a collection of them so it's easier for me to find. I just haven't done it yet. So we're gonna look at this video. This is Leanne Sheldon. She is a triple diamond with the company. She's one of my closest friends. So I was like, I knew I could go to her page and find a video that I could recreate in like 10 seconds flat. Okay. As you start batching content, as you start shopping for content, you're gonna have those people where you're like, I just need to make a TikTok. Let me go to this person. I'm gonna know that's where I can get it. So this is a thing about a giveaway, right? Our host to post giveaway. And so it's literally just a random video of her eating tacos on the beach. This is her like New Year tradition. For 2 years in a row now, she's driven to the beach on New Year's Day and ate tacos. I love it. So look, okay, I'm gonna blow your guys' mind real quick because this blew my mind. So I took a screenshot of it. This also, you Android folk, this may not be for you. You got to get with it. I know on iPhones you can do this, but I can take a screenshot of the text on her thing and you can actually hold down on it and highlight it. It's not showing that, I don't think, to you guys, but I held down and highlighted it like you would on like a Word document. So that helps a lot. So okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me when this video is playing. I didn't realize there was still sound on it. I thought I had the sound turned off. So I apologize if it's been crazy. Okay. Well, I can't use this specific sound. So we're just not going to put sound. Okay. So we're just going to hit this to create something. Oh, hey friends. Okay. I don't want to look at myself twice. Okay. Move it over here. So let's go to uploads. All right. So this is where I'm going to use that batch content. I'm just going to go over to my videos and let's see this one. This is literally a video of a snowy tree. See? Stock video. You don't even got to be in it. You don't got to look good to make your videos. So then I'm going to take and add her text. Okay. Well, I don't know what I've done here. I told you guys I am not technology-ing well today. All right, this is not our current giveaway, so I would have to change this to post it. For the sake of right now, we're not. We're just going to do it. So we're like, cool, made our video. You can add sound. You would go pick whatever sound you want. I'm not doing that because I don't want it to play sound. You guys have to be able to hear me. You would hit next. Type out your caption. So for like, message me January for entry. That's not how you spell entry. Okay. And then the bottom here, you just hit drafts. So that saves it to drafts. So I can come over here to my drafts and I have that video is right here and I can hit next and post it. So again, just like everything else, it gives us the ability to get it all done in advance. So that those are the lists if you want to write those down while I'm finishing talking. But that gives you guys, if you sit down, it would take about an hour a day to sit down and literally make all of your content, your posts, your stories, anything you want to use, have it all set up, TikToks, Reels, all of it. You could do it in about an hour a day. Starting out, it may take a little bit longer because it's something brand new and you got to give yourself grace. But you can get to where you're taking maybe an hour on Sunday, doing nothing else for your business, just doing this. And you can set it up to where you don't have to think about posting at all that week. You can have TikToks and Reels made. You can have Instagram posts. You can have things set up for Facebook. You can even put your story post on your board too, and like have them where you can grab them. Like you can literally set it up as easy as possible to make it where you sit down and work for an hour and you reap the benefit day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and then do it again. And this is just one of the best ways if you feel like you are struggling with time management, if you feel like you're struggling to get it all done, this is a huge like thing, because a lot of like the not getting it done part is because like we feel bad because we're not getting it done. Our mind plays such a big part into this. And so if you set it up where you start with a win every single day, more so even than just every single time you sit down to work, right? Every single shift, you're starting with a win. You're starting with a post already ready to go up. You have a different energy about doing the other work. It seems a little bit easier because you just got something already done. Like if you're a checklist person, you know, I will literally go back and put things on my checklist I already did so that I can knock it off. This is that, okay? This is saying I've already done these things. I know I got to get them done anyway. And it gives you the ability to start with a win every single day. Let's see. I think that was all of it. Okay, I think that was all I had for the posting. So I'm gonna leave this up for like 10 more seconds. Take a screenshot of it, take a picture, write it down. Those are some of my favorite people that I follow on those platforms. It is definitely not an all-encompassing list. There are so many amazing leaders in the company to follow for each different platform. Those are just some of my favorites. Also me, you follow me on all of them too, you guys. I'm a pretty cool person sometimes, so go follow me too. But those are some of my favorites where I get a lot of my inspiration. And then also make sure you guys are plugged into the content library, because that's going to have continuous posts updated there as well, to make it easy to have access to and not have to think too much about what you're going to post. So let me turn this off. Hi friends, oh my goodness. When I'm screen sharing, I can't see none of y'all's beautiful faces and I feel like I'm talking to myself. So it's nice you guys are all back. My screen share is off. Hopefully this was good. Hopefully you guys feel a little bit more equipped. I gotta go to bed. Hopefully you guys feel a little more equipped for this week to take some time to maybe plan ahead some content to simplify what your week is going to look like. This is sometimes in my busiest points in my business. This is like my saving grace. It's the only thing that gets me through, because I've been doing this for 6 years. Okay. I've seen everything. I've seen times where I was able to work full time, literally on my phone all day. I've seen times where it's like everything I can do just to get an hour that I can work, and everything in between. I've been here through heartbreak and loss in my family. I've been here through celebrations, birthdays, weddings, vacations. Like I've been here through it all, and being able to master consistency regardless of what's happening around you will just unlock so much with this business. That's why I'm here. That's why 6 years later, I'm where I'm at, is because no matter what's going on in my life, I'm still consistently showing up for my business. Now, I may not be showing out and showing up, okay? It may just be showing up, but I'm still consistently here. I'm consistently posting. I'm consistently showing up. And if taking one day a week to get that together allows you to start building that consistency muscle, guys, take it. Do it. Because I promise, if you can get consistent with things like posting, it just allows you to then get consistent with something else, and then something else, and then something else. And before you know it, you feel like a dang rock star, because you don't even have to think about your business. It becomes so second nature that you just do it. And so hopefully this set you guys up to be able to at least have a base knowledge of starting to batch your own content. If you have questions, you guys didn't put them in the chat, so I'm going to take that as I did a killer job. All right. So if you have questions, you won't hurt my feelings if you ask them now, or if you message me or your upline ask questions. If you're on my team and you weren't on in the beginning, okay, I'm going to tell you guys again. Well, if you weren't on the beginning, this is awkward because I probably should have said it before now again, but you were supposed to have. So hopefully my team has been on from the beginning, but you guys were supposed to be taking notes during the Zoom and then putting them either in the team chat or sending them to your upline. We want to make sure that we're not just showing up, but we are showing up with intent, plugging in, growing our mindset, really taking things to heart. You guys, I have to go to bed. My words are not wording, but I'm gonna pray us out and we're gonna get the heck off of here because I don't know what's going on anymore. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you so much for this space where we get to come together every single week and grow more in our knowledge of our business, more in our knowledge of ourselves, and hopefully a little bit closer to you too. I'm so thankful for this group of people who are showing up so consistently for their business. I know that you are moving mountains behind the scenes. I know that you are blazing the way ahead, and that the more we pour into ourselves, the more strong we get into our consistency and our showing up, that you are just going to release the floodgates, that so much blessing and abundance is coming in our direction, that we are so dang excited to just show up and prepare. We're excited to show up and plant the seeds. We don't care what we see around us, because we know that if long we are being faithful right here, right now, doing the things, that you're going to bless that you are going to just provide in exponential, unbelievable ways. And we are so excited for all that's unfolding right now, this week, this month, this year, and with this company. Thank you so much for all you're doing. In Jesus' name, amen. I love you guys, and we'll be back on next week. Bye, friends.